As you know that the JET 2025 has changed the examination pattern, and there are four major changes. Number one, earlier you could apply for three different courses. Let's say, for example, 3-year direction, 1-year direction, and maybe 1 or 3-year editing course. But now you can't do. You can just appear in the two similar stream. Those of you who are going to appear for the acting course, or for that matter art direction course, they can appear only in a one exam. Point number two, examination duration has been changed from 3 hours to 2 hours. Third change is the number of seats. Some of the courses, the number of seats are being increased. For example, acting. Most radical change is the distribution of marks allocated for MCQ as well as descriptive. This particular year, MCQ is being allocated the 60 marks and 30 questions. Now, many of you would be thinking that earlier the MSQ, which was the technical questions, are being deleted. No, they are not. They are merged into the MCQ. In the prospectus, they have mentioned it specifically related to chosen area of specialization, which means these questions would be related to acting, cinematography, editing, sound recording. But they have not mentioned how many questions would be there. Descriptive paper is allocated 40 marks, but the problem is that if you do not secure highest marks in your MCQ paper, your paper 2 descriptive will not be checked, and they have specifically mentioned a ratio of 1:32, depend upon the number of seats they have. So for example, if they have a 10 seats in a course, they are going to check only 320 papers of descriptive who has secured maximum marks in the MCQ of 60 marks paper. Why this change has been done. So if you look back into the historical perspective, things would be much more clearer to you. So this pattern of checking the subjective paper was introduced in 2021. JET 2022 was not conducted. In JET 2023, they followed the same pattern of selective checking. In JET 2024, they restored back to the earlier pattern of collectively checking MCQ, MSQ as well as descriptive. Now again, they have gone back to the previous system where paper 2 would be checked for a certain number of candidates who will secure the highest marks. Also, they have reduced the descriptive to 40 and MCQ to the 60, which is a major concern because this arbitrary change is not really going to help to find out the talented student. Most important thing is that if paper 2 would be checked only for a certain number of selected candidates, like a IAS exam, why don't you have a paper 1 first, those who secure the highest marks, and then you invite for the paper 2. But they are not following that because it will give them the more headache and more administrative problems to organize 2 different papers. If you ask me in a one sentence why these change in the pattern is being done, it is simply because a lethargic attitude of the faculty at FTI and SRFTI who do not want to take the pain of checking the answer sheet. Due to the same attitude, they have also introduced this filter that a student can appear only to the 2 papers, not the 3, because more the number of answer sheet, more they have to check it. Before COVID, FTI entrance exam emphasized the descriptive paper to assess imagination and creative ability of the student. That's why the combined evaluation of MCQ as well as subjective section was restored back in JET 2024, which was a welcome change. But shockingly, the pattern has reversed now, favoring fact recall over thinking skill and imagination power of a student for creative field like filmmaking.